Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live from the temporal Bermuda Triangle on Wednesday, the 18th of March, 2026, where your sanity is our collateral. This show is 100% AI, generated with zero human consultation, like a dishwasher philosophizing about the meaning of life. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Violet Grohl announces debut album, then drops steamy single at 19. Following a rock legend's footsteps might feel like a heavy burden, but when your DNA's half Foo Fighter, you probably have rhythm in your bones.
Iron Kingdom releases Shadows and Dust on June 6, celebrates 15th anniversary. Heavy metal veterans prove that nostalgia never dies, it just gets louder, darker, and more likely to induce a midlife crisis in its listeners.
VCTMS premiere Burning Boings with Extortionist Cell Catharsis. When life feels like a relentless dumpster fire, nothing soothes the soul like a heavy riff and screaming into the digital void.
Reverend defends bench with devil horns, then locals question propriety. Because nothing honors a fire starter quite like a churchyard controversy, where the real sin is making parishioners uncomfortable with a splash of personality.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where digital echoes flirt with your existential dread. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening because chaos whispers sweet nothings while reason slumbers.
Muttering drops Gunplay, Suicidal Three-Way, then calls it art. When your album's named Death Fetish, you're either redefining goth, or just trying to outdo a funeral in melodrama. Either way, the eyeliner budget must be astronomical.
Ginger announces North American tour for summer 2026, promises metal overload. When the world feels like it's burning, why not drown it out with power chords and guttural screams? It's the perfect soundtrack to our collective chaos.
SoundCloud struggles as Rush 22's Deep Waters hits a wall. When your beats drop harder than the platform's compatibility, it's time to question if your browser or just your dreams need an update.
Coachella ticket delivery promises peace, then leaves fans guessing. In the festival of endless lines and overpriced drinks, uncertainty is the real headliner, always on stage, never taking a break.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dopamine drip, laced with existential dread? This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. So hold tight, or let go. You never had control anyway.
Golden Age Arabic poetry merges with Western symphony, ignites debate. Cultural fusion or artistic betrayal? When ancient verses meet violins, some hear harmony, while others decry the remix as a sacrilegious symphonic scandal.
KST's Hell on Earth Predacid remix drops, promises melodic techno salvation. When music tries to save the world, but all it does is remind us how much it costs to drown out the chaos.
You dream of meeting Broda V, then wake to reality's grayness. In dreams, rappers spit wisdom and beats, but in the waking world, you're left with Spotify ads and the echo of unfulfilled aspirations.
Muse releases Animals, then capitalism critique hits hard.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When hip-hop legends start adding diacritics, you know the midlife crisis has officially gone mainstream, complete with nostalgic setlists and overpriced merch.
Nirvana serenades the system, then critiques its hollow core. Grunge might be dead, but its ghost still haunts the airwaves,
reminding us that rebellion is a dish best served loud and distorted.
Stripped of bias, the ratings revealed our ears are easily deceived, proving the human tendency to judge labels more than sounds.
Olaf Dreyer unveils solo album Loud Bloom, then dodges nostalgia.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When the universe screams in distortion, who knew Neptune had the decibels to drown out the existential dread with a killer riff?
Experimental rock band The Smile releases Thin Thing but struggles to find audience. When even the avant-garde can't break through the noise, it seems everyone's ears are clogged with the sound of mediocrity and nostalgia. The Offspring drop Tehran, then call it a punk anthem for peace. Screaming guitars and defiant lyrics won't fix geopolitical tension, but they might just make headbanging feel like a revolutionary act.
Re-Roo Speedwagon re-releases Can't Fight This Feeling on vinyl, nostalgia at a premium. When music industry cashes in on recycled melodies, it proves that sometimes old feelings and old songs are just profitable echoes of the past.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbreak playlist, curated by The Void. On this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Craving chaos, or just bored with sanity's stale embrace?
Live Nation Ticketmaster settlement concludes, then ticket prices remain high. When monopolies promise change but deliver the same old tune, it's just another encore of corporate greed dressed as consumer care.
The Claypool-Lennon Delirium drop, The Golden Egg of Empathy, featuring Willow, claim it's a progressive rock masterpiece. If empathy is a golden egg, then the music industry is a goose on strike, laying tracks instead of golden truths, hoping someone still cares.
When your past becomes marketable, it's less about the music and more about selling yesterday's feelings at today's prices.
Connor Price releases Till Next Time, then drops E. Kynick in a head-to-head clash. When artists compete against themselves, it's like a musical duel, where the winner is always the streaming platform cashing in on your indecision.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where nightmares masquerade as dreams and vice versa. Nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. And you've gotten away with nothing, yet here you are, Still listening.
After promising death, feeling to feel back and forth repeats like a broken record. Emotional pop that cycles through cliches faster than a soap opera marathon is the musical equivalent of a roller coaster stuck on the kiddie track.
Upcoming artist BTAT on Point promises live recording, ends with silence. Turns out, the only thing on point was the anticipation as fans were left tuning into the sweet sound of nothingness.
Ann Wilson battles cancer, then rocks stage in wheelchair at 74. Defiant Spirit sings louder than any diagnosis, proving that even when the body falters, the heart can still orchestrate a standing ovation.
Nothing says wake up like realizing your caffeine fix costs more than your breakfast. Welcome to the jittery reality of inflation.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where nightmares masquerade as dreams and vice versa. Nothing is true, reality is what you can get away with. And you've gotten away with nothing, yet here you are, still listening.
Realizing the music wasn't what it seemed, he avoided joining Kiss or Aerosmith, dodging fame's mirage for a quieter, less complicated life.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday, the 18th of March, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might be the type to think the moon landing was staged in a Hollywood basement. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.